jump scare. Sorry, I was just checking to see if it was listening to me. I asked it to start a video. It's like 6:30, 6:40. I think I'm better. Although, I haven't interacted with anybody today. Yesterday, I was very I was gonna read my book, but I realized I left my book upstairs, and there's people upstairs, and I didn't want to just go up there and be like, hey, and then dip. And I just thought it would take too much time. So I grabbed my camera and my iPad. Today is Wednesday, which means there's a lot of white noise in the background, and I fear it is picking it up. Sorry. Today's Wednesday, which means we get to go to the Fo's house. Yay! It's like this house where students who go to UW-Madison live. There's some YWAM staff that lives there too. They're Christians. We do local outreach, and that's like our, rendezvous. And yeah, sometimes we'll go, oh no, that was only one time. One time we went over there for worship. And yeah, last week I forgot to put mascara on. Last week we were giving out free hot cocoa. And I got to pray with 2 people, which was really good. I just have a lot of fun when it's like free range, but we sort of have a plan. It's like the plan was hot chocolate, and it's like, well, you can talk to whoever, however, in between getting them from outside doing whatever to the chocolate. Downside, not of outreach, but of today, is that there is something going around this place, and my throat hurts. We had a leader get sick, like cold, sick sort of thing, and then one of the students got it the same day that I was like, my throat feels weird. And yeah, I hate that it has not gotten any better. What else? Last night we did Bible reading, and we're going through the Old Testament, so we did like 3 sections of the Torah, and then now we're getting into like David and Solomon, and it's all sort of general, so we're not actually like reading everything in between. It's like parts of it. So like we read about David and Goliath, and then like David and Bathsheba, and then Solomon is king now. I don't know, like just grazing over it. Tell me, like, what? There is nothing new. Like, this is a tangent for another time, but a lot of stuff in the Bible is like all stuff that we see today. But people read the Old Testament, they're like, the horror, how could people do this? And then you're like, they still do that. What? It's just, it looks a little different. And it's obviously described a little different. I'm getting notification that my battery is low. Me. Wish me luck. I hope I'm not getting sick. GoPro, stop recording. So, remember when I was like, oh, yeah, I'm doing good, la la la, and then I was like, oh, but then I was like, yeah, so everything collapsed, in an emotional way, I think. So, we're learning about fear of the Lord, right? And apparently, this is not in the regular teaching, but they started talking about pride. And I'm so prideful. I'm so prideful, like it hurts. Let's just say I came to realize, I was brought some clarity some attributes of myself that were not benefiting myself nor the other people around me. And oh my goodness, I cried so much yesterday. I had to do like a one-on-one with my one-on-one. Okay, there's a person that you go to every week and you have a one-on-one session with them. I had an extra one yesterday because that's not my scheduled time to do it. And I was like, this is what happened, and this happened, and for some reason, like, I just was flooded with emotions and memories, and it made me even more sad, and, oh, I don't know if you can hear that. That's water. Yeah, there's a lot of noises, okay? I'm adding this on to the other video for contrast, because I still haven't touched it yet, because yesterday was so chaotic. Ugh, my neck hurts too, because these beds. Anyways, so I'm crying, and I'm like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna just be honest. I've been keeping everybody at arm's length. I got walls up, y'all. And, you know, I never thought of myself to be the kind of person to, like, push people away. But that's exactly what I'm doing. And let me clarify something. Pride isn't just arrogance. You think pride is, like, you know, putting your shoulders up and being like, I'm better than everyone. And pride can actually be like, I'm the worst of everyone. I'm so terrible. Because in a biblical sense, pride is disagreeing with God. Like, pride is disagreeing with what he says, like, about you or about other people. So if God is like, I made you fearfully and wonderfully, and you're beloved, and I have great plans for you, and you're like, no, nobody loves me, I'm ugly, I'm a terrible person, I am not redeemed. Well, that's pride. Which is crazy because, like, you know, people try to be humble, and they try to be like, oh, I'm not that much, it's not that, like, it's really not, like, no, but that's pride. And, like, I think so low of myself that I was, like, not getting close enough to people. I would think that people didn't want me around, so I would, like, leave early. I would not stick around because I didn't feel wanted, I didn't feel loved, I didn't feel invited, I felt like I deserved an invitation, and it's so humbling. It's so humbling to realize that that is, like, not the way that I should be thinking about things, about other people, and about myself. It wasn't fair to anybody around me. Even though I don't think I was, like, projecting anything onto people, they still could have very well known. But, like, I knew. And I know that it's not fair to them. And not only that, but, like, I was allowing other people's actions to, like, speak about my worth. And that's not fair either. To me or to God. Like, God is, like, over here speaking truth into my life, and I'm like, nuh-uh. And last night, because today is Valentine's Day, last night we had, like, what they call a love feast. And, yeah, we were talking about, like, where we've been obedient in our walks with Christ and, like, what has come from that. And, excuse me. And, y'all, I did something so humbling. I sat there at the table, and I was like, I named one thing that I thought that I was, like, being obedient in. And I go, I'm about to walk in obedience right now because I have something to say. And I explained to them that my conscience was not clean. Like, I had a very, like, unclean conscience, and I needed to, like, confess something. And I was like, I apologize to everybody here for the way that I have been keeping these walls up. I have been keeping people at arm's length, and I have not only robbed you guys of the opportunity to get to know me, but I've robbed myself of the opportunity to get to know you guys. And, yeah, I wanted to say I'm sorry, and I apologized, like, individually to each person. And even though, like, that sounds silly, like, my neck hurts so bad. It's something that was genuinely, like, on my conscience. Like, I could not, like, walk about these hallways without feeling guilty of acting a certain way. And it's a way that really only I know. Like, on the inside, it's really something only I know. And, of course, my one-on-one, because I, like, shared all of that. But I had to say something because one, it helps me confess and feel like clean about it. Like, oh, I came clean. I got that off my chest. And then also there's sort of like an accountability in it too. Like, people now know that I'm desiring to have relationships with them. So who knows what'll happen. Like, maybe they'll see that in me and like keep me accountable, I guess, in a way. I don't know. I don't really know. But yeah, that's what I did. It was really humbling, and this whole week has just been a lot. I told my one-on-one that I felt like a sponge that was full of water, and people kept like pouring water on it. Like, I'm fully absorbed with stuff and like the content, and I am really struggling to pick up new stuff. Like, this whole week has been phenomenal. The teaching has been great, but I'm like struggling to absorb it. I'm almost becoming like a little desensitized to hearing so many different things about the Bible. Like, it might be a stretch to call it like a broken record, but I'm just hearing so much of the same stuff. And because I'm like almost stuck in last week, and I'm also stuck in my emotions, it's really hard to grasp. And yeah, that makes it challenging. I won't lie. And I think after last night, I think that helps, like, talking through things. Yeah, I don't know. I've been talking a long time, but I think this one's worth it. This is going to be a longer video because I am, like, merging 2 clips together. I think, if that's what I end up doing. I think I will because of the contrast. It'll be like, I'm doing good. And it's like, y'all, I am so humbled. And, like, I just doing my best to walk in humility, to not see myself as lower than others, not think that I, like, deserve more than what I receive, stuff like that. Yeah. Crazy week. Fear of the Lord. Learn a lot from that. That's it, guys. GoPro, stop recording.